Hello, all of you. Welcome to the second class for bank reconciliation statement. We have done all the concept in the last class, and I had asked you to read one example which is given in your material. Did you read it? If you have any doubts, ask me. I also introduced you to the simple problems of the bank reconciliation starting with the cash book. So now today's target is if they ask you by the passbook or if it is an overdraft balance, what difference it will make. Okay. Now I feel just 5 minutes more we will spare every day. I'm not going to explain again and again. But because this was the second class for the introduction, just in the notebook in a brief way. Okay. See the screen. We have solved these problems also yesterday. And this problem we have solved both the ways, second problem, starting from the passbook also and starting from the cash book, right? So as we move ahead, one thing I want to take up right now, 1 second. Okay, so what I want to take up is, can we just revise in our cash book, 1 second. In our cash book bank account. Look at the screen, I'm doing revision for all of you. And in bank passbook. This is in cash book, bank account, that is our books. And this is bank passbook. So if this is showing a debit and favorable balance, this will show a credit and favorable balance. Credit is favorable means passbook is saying Dipti Chheda I have to pay this much. I am saying bank I have to receive. In our books, if it is credit balance, it is called as unfavorable and it is also called as overdraft. We have withdrawn more than what we have in bank. In bank we have 5 rupees, we have made someone 7 rupees payment. It is allowed in the current bank account, and against that as a security you have to give your stock statement every month. This process of having overdraft facility, many of them don't know this term, so I'm explaining from the basic. In bank account usually it is debit balance. I keep the money in the bank and then I use it. But in case of overdraft, if the balance in the bank is 5, I can pay 7 rupees. So bank is allowing me to overdraw my account by 2 rupees as if they are giving me a short-term loan. Of course, they will charge interest for it, bank. But this they do against the security of the stock. That is called as hypothecation. आराम से पढ़ो, 2 minute extra knowledge है, but very important. Many times in business bank account, they write down CC account, cash credit account, HYP account, hypothecation account, very popularly known as HYP account, like that. So what is happening that in the cash book, in the bank account, hypothecation account is there. Now this hypothecation account is given against security of your stock. So my stock is with me. I purchase the stock, I sell, my stock is in my godown. But bank has hypothecation. Every month I have to give to bank the statement, and anytime if I am a defaulter to pay this 2 rupees to the bank along with interest, bank will come and seize my godown. This you will study in depth in accounts and inter, in audit and many topics. So now, what is normal balance in the cash book bank account? Debit balance. What is credit balance? Overdraft, unfavorable. Passbook, cash book debit balance, passbook credit balance favorable. Cash book credit balance is unfavorable, overdraft. Then passbook debit balance is unfavorable. Take your time. If you want to write it, note it down. I'm here only. बिल्कुल लिखो इसको. पूछो कुछ डाउट है तो. Passbook, if it is having debit balance, it is unfavorable. right? So now what happens? What are the major reasons? See, when I'm trying to reconcile the balance, I'm saying in my book, bank balance is 10,000. In bank book, our balance is 6,000. So we are trying to check what are the reasons on a piece of paper that is called as bank reconciliation statement. So bank reconciliation is not a part of books of accounts. It's not a part of the books of accounts. In my book 10,000, in bank book 6,000, it's going on. So just we are sitting on a particular day and we are trying to reconcile what's the reasons. So basic reason are, one is, first reason is timing difference. Timing difference. When I deposited the check in the bank, I debited bank 200 rupees. But bank will credit 200 in my account after the check goes for clearing. See, suppose Ronak gave me 200. I deposited in the bank immediately. Bank account debit to Ronak. But the check will go into Ronak's account. From there, it will withdraw and come to my account. Minimum 3 days, normal check clearing. After that, bank will give credit, but I to give them debit. So timing difference, the first thing is check deposited but not clear. I'll give you this separately in the booster notes. अभी सिर्फ समझ लो और थोड़े problems करते हैं, फिर ये आपका regular notebook है. Booster notes में I'll make you write. Check deposited but not clear. Same way, check issued. I issued the check to Harshini. She is carrying in her pocket. So as soon as I issued the check, I said, buy Harshini, 500. I have credited my bank account. But bank में से पैसे तभी जाएंगे when Harshini presents it for payment. Please, I am putting so much extra efforts to re-explain because this is a super important practical topic. The first thing you will do in your articleship, in your job, okay, you may have juniors who will prepare the BRS, but overview करने के लिए भी at least you should know how BRS is prepared, right or not? So study it in an analytical way. So as soon as I issued the check, not cleared, that's a problem. So timing difference is a problem. Second difference because of which it is coming is error. Ab error by bank also. Instead of putting money in my account, they have put in Dipti Shah's account. So bank people have done the mistake, or I have done. I deposited the check bank to Ronak 200, but entry I have recorded only 20. So there may be a mistake in bank or in the cash book. So you need to rectify that. Third reason of the difference is timing difference, error, and entries recorded by bank directly. You know, we give standing instructions to bank every month, pay my electricity bill. तो चले जाता है. Electricity bill is going off. And now from here, we have to do. So entries recorded by the bank directly. Okay. So directly, if the bank is giving electricity bill on say 29th March. Now when I got the statement on 4th of April, okay, bank has paid electricity bill. Now I should record electricity expense debit to bank. Insurance, you know, some standing instructions. Some interest is directly credited into saving account. I will come to know when I get it. SMS charges, locker rent. Basically, these are the differences. Timing difference, errors, and entries. I hope I have given you the gist. Once you know what is the problem, what are the reasons, now exactly what you do is very important is from where you are starting. Are you starting with cash book? Means our book debit balance. So let us say check deposited. When I deposited the check, I debited. So now I should credit. And what I'm saying, debit, credit, I'm not doing anything in the books. My balance is more because I deposited the check. Bank mein jama nahi hua, so I will reverse on a piece of paper. So now I will credit. This is already debit. So what I will do? Less. Are you getting the logic? When I issued the check to Harshini, I credited. But bank has not debit. So again, can I reverse? Adjustment we will only do. So if we are starting with cash book, hold on to where you are standing. If you are starting with the passbook credit balance, their debit, their credit. So if it is credit, more credit, add. If it is credit, debit, less. Like that, you have to think. Okay? I have given enough number of the problems so that you practice and you make it very perfect. Okay? I hope I have done a good base level revision and things are clear. Still any doubt is there, ask me. And one thing, we have solved two problems in the last class. So if in the cash book, in the cash book, if it is a debit balance and if I've issued the check, I have to credit. While issuing the check, I credit it. Again, I have to debit, add. If this is an overdraft balance or credit balance, what will happen then? Things will just reverse. If this is overdraft and credit balance, अभी तो debit add किया है. But if it is overdraft credit and now you have to do debit, then you have to do less. So absolutely okay. You can get the problems by any of the four methods. Cash book debit, cash book credit, passbook credit, anything. And it's absolutely okay. You will be able to do it provided you are sure where you are standing. If it is cash book credit, now more credit add. If it is cash book debit, now credit less. Okay? Chalo, gear up. If you have any doubts, ask. Otherwise, I am directly opening the material where we are going to check now. 1 second. Yeah, this is your material. I hope I was talking about this all theory. Did you read these examples at home? Direct payments, add less, then dishonor, add less, So like this, errors, these base level notes are for you to read at home. Sure. We have already solved first and second question. We are doing right now third question in class. From the following particulars, ascertain the balance that would appear in the bank passbook of A on 31st of December. Okay, right. So now this time we have overdraft balance as per cash book. So this time cash book is having a credit balance. Interest on overdraft is there, bank charges are there, other reasons are there, and we need to reconcile. So instead of debit balance in the cash book, which balance is given? Credit balance. So let us see how we are going to do it. And this is a statement. So bank reconciliation statement, cash flow statement, we should do add and less. Chalo, let us begin with today's class with problem number 3. Heading लिखना है आपको. Bank reconciliation statement is always as on. As on which date you are pausing and checking? 31st March 2020. Particulars and to balance. Cash book overdraft balance 6340. Overdraft means credit balance. If you want, write and keep. Overdraft means credit balance. Normal balance is always debit. Now, some add 2-3 lines, 6 adjustments are there and some less. Read with me. When I'm reading, you read it. When I'm writing, you write it. And when I'm explaining, looking at the camera, you all listen. Chalo, so now I'm reading. She, from the following particulars, no? Interest on bank overdraft is 160 entered in the passbook. Passbook may they have put the interest. So we have to put interest. Interest on overdraft is our expense. What is journal entry in my mind? Interest debit to bank. What am I doing? Crediting the bank. What is already bank balance? Credit. So more credit. What I will do? Add. Interest on bank overdraft. कितना है? 160. Interest on bank overdraft is 160. Now, bank charges also they have debited. So I should also credit. Already credit and more credit. So what I should do? Add. Is my way of explanation clear? If any doubt, ask. I will repeat. Bank charges 400 they have debited in the passbook. So I should also credit. Mine and bank account is opposite. So when I want to credit, it's already a credit. Add. And what do I write? Bank charges. Check issued but not cashed prior to 31st. I have issued the check. So while issuing the check, I credited the party to bank. When I issue the check, I credit bank account. But they didn't take any action. So now what I should do? Debit. And this is already credit and now I have to do debit. So what I should do? Less. And what do I write here? Check issued but not cashed. अभी तक कैश नहीं हुआ. When I issued the check, I credited. So now what I will do? Debit. Clear? Next. Check paid into bank but not cleared. When I paid into bank means when I deposited the check, what did I do? Listen to the explanation. Bank account debit to party. I deposited the check. But check is not cleared. So now bank account credit. What is the nature? Already credit. More credit. So what I will do? Add. Check. Deposited but not cleared. Check deposited but not cleared. 22 lakh 17,000. When I deposited, I debit. So now it is credit. Interest on investment collected by the bank and credited. Some investments you have made, interest dividends nowadays, they directly come to the bank. So it is credited in the bank. So if I receive the interest, what is the journal entry? I have to debit my bank. Bank is the receiver. Interest, bank account debit to interest. So I have to debit bank. What is the balance? Credit. And I have to debit. So what I will do? Less. 12 lakhs less, and I will call it interest on investment. Less. I think we have done with. Chalo, do all the totals. Do the total and send me the answer in the chat box. Total of add. Yes. Some of you are asking, no, if you are late, can you do the add and less in one single line? Yes, you can. Rather than writing all totals and all inside. 23 lakh 68,000. So 1,44,100. कैश बुक ओवरड्राफ्ट में ऐड और लेस करने के बाद balance as per passbook. See, sometimes they give you the balance as per passbook, so you know you are able to do it अच्छे से, but अब इसमें तो नहीं है. So this is cash book overdraft credit. Then if you add and then if you less, you get this answer as passbook 144,100. Followed, what new you have learned? Instead of debit, if it is a credit balance, the add less will change. Debit and debit add hota tha. Ab credit and debit hai, so you are doing less. So now our balance is 6340 and balance as per passbook is 144,100. Yes. Many times in the exam, they are asking you to do it in a plus minus method. So plus minus means you make two columns, no, for plus and minus. Like say this will be plus, this will be minus. So credit balance, you write it here, 6340. Now plus all add, 160 and all will come here. All less will come here, 12 lakhs and so on. Please write and keep. Ma'am, in exam something they had asked like send us in the plus and minus so that they may ask you this. Plus and minus. Finished? Easy, no? Small problems, they are very easy. Chalo. Let us go to the next problem now. Fourth problem. From the following information, prepare the bank reconciliation statement for the New Steel Limited. Chalo, we will do this. Ask please if you have any doubt anywhere, keep asking. So this time also again it's an overdraft. Abhi now this I am practicing. Next time overdraft comes, you all should do it. Right? Chalo. Bank overdraft as per the cash book is given. And that is given to you 22,45,900. Interest debited by bank. So we should also credit. And this is a credit. So credit add. Like that he will read and do it. Chalo. Let us solve. 1, 2 we have done. 3, 4 we are doing now. Problem number 4. Bank reconciliation statement. Where we are preparing the bank reconciliation statement as at or as on 31st December 2017. Okay, particulars and the balance. So this time again, cash book, overdraft balance or credit balance, 22,45,900. Do some add, do some less. Sure. Read the first line, finish drawing or not, half a page is enough. Interest debited by the bank. बैंक ने इंटरेस्ट डेबिट किया है, चार्ज किया आपके अकाउंट में. So we should also credit. See, when there is an overdraft balance, you have to pay the interest to bank. So journal entry is interest to bank. So bank is already having which balance? Credit. More credit you want to do. So add it, bank interest, add it. 278,700. 278,700. Nice. Chalo. Next. Check is issued before 31st December but not presented. When I issued the check, bank account credit. But until now they have not presented. अभी तक पैसे गए ही नहीं, मेरे account में debit ही नहीं हुए. But I have credited. So now I should reverse it. Debit. This is already credit. I want to debit. So what I should do? Less 6,40,000. Sorry, 6,60,000 less. Check issued but not presented. When I issued the check, I credited. Now debit. Transport subsidy received from state government directly by the bank but not advised to the company. Oh, we have received some subsidy from the government and that money has come in our bank directly. So when subsidy is received in the bank, what's the journal entry? Bank account debit to subsidy. So they have credited. I should also debit to bank, no? Bank account debit to subsidy is my income. It's the grant I have received from government. So I want to debit the bank account. I didn't know. I should debit now. If I have debited and they have not, then I hope you are getting everything we have to do. So we have not debited, we want to debit. And what is the entry first? Credit. So now what we should do? Debit. So debit means less. Transport subsidy received. 14,25,000. Next, draft deposited in the bank but not credited. Okay, draft is deposited in the bank. So while we deposited a draft or a check, we debit bank account. But until now, they have not credited. So we will reverse. To nullify my bank balance should tally. So when I deposited the draft, I debited. Now what I should do? Credit. So it's already credit. So credit and credit, add. 13,50,000, add. Draft deposited, not cleared. Next, bills for collection credited by bank, but no advice received by the company. Okay, some bills we had sent to the bank, they have directly collected. So in bank, so it is credited. In the bank account, 8,36,000 bills are deposited in my account. Clearing bhi ho gaya. I should do bank to bills receivable. I have not debited, I should debit. This is already credit, now debit means less. 8,36,000. Bills for collection. Next, amount wrongly debited to company account by the bank for which no details are available. Okay, amount was wrongly debited to the company account by the bank. Bank ki galti hai. Bank debited your account. So we should also credit just on the piece of paper to tally the things. Okay, this is the reason difference is coming. So let us reconcile. Bank has given the wrong debit. I will give wrong credit. So it's already credit and I want to give credit. So what I should write? Add. First you decide add or less and amount and then you write the narration. wrong debit by the bank. So we will also wrongly credit our bank. Then only it will tally. Right? That's all. Do the totals. $23,68,700. Good, good, good. Thank you for doing the total faster than me. करो सब लोग करो. Don't wait कि मैम जो लिखेंगे उसको कॉपी करेंगे. Those who are not doing, all of you do the total faster than me, and if possible, put it in the chat also. Less 60. Cash book, it is overdraft balance. So this will be balance as per passbook. Definitely debit balance. Because in my book, debit balance, bank book, credit. In my book only it is credit balance, so bank book it will be debit balance. 1693,600 is the answer. See, next you have to do the sum on your own. It's a simple topic. But the more we practice, the more clarity we get. So I have given you this sum. पूछो कोई doubt है तो 5 minutes I am here only. But I want you all to scroll up, check the whole problem. Credit, credit, add, credit, debit, less. Is that all logic clear to all of you or not? Okay. Chalo, next is a simple problem. And then I am taking more technical problems in the class. So you all should do it on your own. Fifth problem. Okay. Thank you so much for the response that you all are following the class and it is clear. For many of you, you may be feeling I'm going slow, ma'am. ये तो हमने इंटर में भी कर लिया है, पर ये बेस लेवल प्रॉब्लम्स है और अच्छे प्रॉब्लम है. चलो, ये जो प्रॉब्लम है ना फिफ्थ वाला, ये आपको क्लास में करना है अभी. Sunil Limited provides you with the following information: check deposited but not, and check issued, bank charges, insurance premium, prepare a bank reconciliation statement. If it is a cash book debit balance, you just do it by first method now. Cash book debit balance. So when you deposited the check, debit. So now what you will do? Credit. I hope you are getting. When you issued the check, credit. So now you reverse it, debit, which is your balance, debit. So debit and more debit, add. Like that, take 5 to 7 minutes of time, complete the problem and show me the answer, then only I will go ahead. Because when I take little more adjustments, at least this base level logic should be clear to you, right? So, Okay, how much is the answer? There are 4 ways of doing it. Exam may such a problem will not be asked with all the 4 ways. That just do it as cash book debit balance, passbook credit balance, cash book credit, passbook. सब options नहीं आएंगे. But one problem if you do with all the options, no, it will be a very good practice for you. I am waiting. At least this answer, are you all doing in the class? See, the recording is on, and when I'm waiting, there must be some reason. Because I told you I want you all to do it independently. Yesterday, I was taking up single entry in accounts. That's a CA Inter topic. And there also one of the chapters, 1 or 2 adjustments were there for the BRS. So they are asking all this, BRS and all. Okay? What is the answer? पूरे लाइफ लाइन्स यूज करो, 3 आंसर बताओ, नहीं आ रहा तो उसको स्क्रैच करो, वापस करो, बट टेल द आंसर. दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. It's a nice problem. I gave you just by simple first method. What is the answer? Even if it is wrong, you can say no problem. See, there's some reason. When I say do it in the class, do it. More than 10 minutes are over. So you just start writing as I make you write debit balance as per cash book. When I deposited the check debit, now credit. So credit, debit, like that. Think and just do it. Enough time I have given. Yeah. Check it. Now I am doing. Yeah, I know some of you have already crossed more than half. Now wait. वहां तक जितना किया है चेक करो मेरे साथ and then we will continue. 5th problem. ठीक है? Bank reconciliation statement as on or as at. There are many options. I am taking up right now option 1. What is option 1? Option 1, cash book debit balance. Option 2 is other, that same balance debit or credit. Sorry, it's 200. Cash book debit balance is 200. Balance as per cash book bank account. Balance as per cash book bank account is 200. Now you do some add and 5-6 lines छोड़ने के बाद less. Have you done? Am I copying it correctly from your books or not? Chalo. Let us start. Check deposited but not collected. When I deposited, I debited. Now I want to credit. This is which balance? Debit. Now I want to credit. So what I will do? Less. Check deposited but not cleared. So when I deposited the check, it's debit. So now I want to reverse. So credit. Check issued but not presented. When I issued the check, it is credit. Whenever I issue the check, party to bank, so credit. So now what I should do? Debit. And already debit, now debit. So what I should do? Add. Check issued but not cleared. Bank charges are debited in the passbook. Passbook where they put some bank charges, checkbook, SMS charges 200. We should also credit the bank. Journal entry, bank charges debit to bank. I want to credit the bank. It's a debit balance and I want to reduce, I want to credit. So 200 credit, bank charges. Bank charges debited only in passbook. You have to write little reason. Okay? Now, interest allowed in passbook only. Interest allowed means bank has given us interest, credited our interest. So we should also receive the interest, debit the bank to interest. So when I receive the interest, 100 rupees bank ne to credit kar diya, I have to debit bank account. So it's already debit, more debit. What I should do? Debit. Interest allowed. Interest is allowed only in passbook, credit. So now what you will do? Debit. Insurance premium paid directly by the bank, standing advice. Bank has directly debited my account with 500 payment. पेमेंट जब बैंक करता है ना तो बैंक डेबिट करता है और जब रिसीव्ड है तो बैंक विल क्रेडिट बैंक साइड नाउ माय साइड if insurance is paid what I want to write insurance premium account debit to bank I should also credit this is already debit I want to credit so what I should do less insurance expenses debit insurance premium paid directly no bank को standing instructions देते हैं they pay bills receivable directly collected in your bank 2000 rupees ठीक है bills receivable जमा कर दो directly collected by the bank money has come in your bank account directly credited means directly जमा हो गया तो we should also debit and it's already debit so what we should do 2000 more debit bills receivable collected journal entries bank to bills receivable so we have not recorded bank में जमा हो गए तो we got to know now we will do debit already debit more debit and a wrong debit given by the bank in the passbook में wrong debit है तो what we should do wrong credit so when I do wrong credit what I have to do less wrong credit in passbook wrong credit given in the passbook अच्छा अभी तक sorry this was wrong debit bank debited so you also credited now bank credited 400 rupees bank में जमा कर दिए bank has wrongly credited so we should also debit मैम this entry is not clear या ऐसे जो भी डाउट है आप पूछो your windows are off every day I say this I can't reach you till you ask your doubts with general understanding with the 20 years of experience I make it very slow clear that you will follow still if any doubts are there you ask bank has wrongly credited I should also debit and debit and wrong credit in passbook direct payment by a customer into the bank but not recorded in the cash book okay direct payment by a customer in the bank but not recorded in the cash book ठीक है some customer has directly deposited 700 in your bank so bank has done the credit we should also pass the entry bank to customer so 700 rupees we should debit 700 rupees direct payment by customer direct payment by customer in the bank account debit. ठीक है, चलो, that's all. Let us reconcile now. Add total. How many entries you were able to pass on your own out of this? Put that in chat. If you have not completed, at least say that, ma'am, I could do first three entries or this. Okay, good. और लिख के भेजो सब लोग. $6,000. Balance as per cash book, if it is debit 200, balance as per passbook is not credit, it is going overdraft, debit. Balance as per passbook, overdraft. Some of you, okay, I will explain, no problem. Some of you are confused. ये कैसे होगा? Cash book debit balance means passbook credit balance. But here passbook also it's a negative balance. So this is balance as per passbook, overdraft. Clear to all of you? Check your mistakes and post it in the chat box. 2 minutes, I'll be back. Anyone still wants an explanation for any add or less? Ask me. Nice problem. No, I think most of the adjustments are covered here. Check issued and deposited and all. Clear to all of you? Chalo. Yeah. Now, you know this fifth problem, dear students, all of you, with the option 2, that if this is a debit balance, पहला option क्या था आपको? One second. Remaining 3 options you can try at home. I know it looks like ma'am इतना सारा क्यों, but ये अच्छा है, ये practice करो. So you know, 1 second. Remaining answers 3 ways. Like I have given it, debit balance as per cash book. Now suppose if it is a credit balance as per the passbook. Passbook के हिसाब से credit balance है. So what will be the answer? It is coming as 500. Write down the answers. I generally don't give answers for homework. I check it the next day, but आज मैं दे रही हूँ. ये लिख लो और आप करके check कर लेना. 500. Third option. Instead of cash book debit balance, if it is cash book credit balance, overdraft, then what we should do? 500. 500 credit. If an overdraft as per the passbook, then what we will do? 100 balance is coming as per the cash book. If passbook is 200, but it is overdraft as per passbook. Overdraft as per passbook means debit balance. Cash book credit, overdraft, passbook debit, overdraft. तो passbook debit है, credit है, huh? So just try these three options at home. Leave the page so that you will surely do, and quickly we are going to the very next problem. Now with more in-depth and nice level of the adjustments, we can do it. Okay, 1 second. Some construction work is going on, so disturbance is there, I guess, outside. Okay. On comparing the cash book of, yeah, 6th problem ही करते हैं, चलो साथ में. On comparing the cash book of Rohan with the passbook, the following discrepancies were noticed. Out of the cash paid, out of 2,500 paid in cash and by check in the bank, check amounting to 7,500. So whatever checks we have deposited, 7,500 checks are not cleared like that. But for this, they have given you which balance? Cash book balance. Good. So shall we start the problem? Cash book balance is given, and then we can continue with this. Okay. This is the 6th problem. Let us do it. I hope you all are following. Bank reconciliation is a very easy scoring topic, but it needs repeated practice so that for a 5 marks problem, the pen should flow in exam. And that's what I'm making you all practice. Problem number 6. Bank reconciliation statement as on 31st of December. That is the date, so we will take up that. As on, sorry, it is 31st of March. So we will take up that. And which balance they have given you? Balance as per cash book. That too, which balance is there as per cash book? 39,570 debit balance, normal balance. If nothing is given, it's normal. If it is overdraft, they will tell you. Right, sure. So balance as per cash book is given. Start the problem with some add and then leave 3-4 lines and then write down some less. Shall we start together? This is the debit balance. So more debit, add. Credit, less. Like that we will do. Sure. Out of 2,500 paid in the cash and check into the bank on 27th March, A check amounting to 7,500 was cleared. So when I deposited the check, what did I do? Debit. So now what should I do? When I deposited cash in check, cash to tabhi they also entered. Check, I deposited more, but out of that 7,500 got credited late. So I should credit, debit and credit. So less, 7,500. Check deposited but not cleared. You've deposited the check, but it's not clear. Next, check and cash amounting to 4,800 were deposited in the bank on 26th March. But credit was given only for 3,800. The same way, one more check they have given credit late. So when you deposited, you debited. So you reverse it, but if the check deposited were 4,800, but credit was given only for 3,800. So 3,800 credit came. What didn't came is 1,000. See, language is important. Read the language again. Check deposited is 4,800. So you debited bank, but in your bank account, credit was given for 3,800. Means 1,000 more credit they have to give, no? Right? Check deposited but not cleared. Okay, sure. Next. Out of checks amounting to 7,800 drawn on 26th March, a check for 2,500 was encashed on 3rd of April. Okay. Now this time a check is drawn. Check is drawn means issued. I issued check of 7,800. That too on 20th month. So I to credited the bank. 2,500 was encashed on 3rd of April. So check issued but not cleared. When I issued, credit. So now what you have to do? Debit. Debit. I hope you are getting. Check issued but not cleared. Encashed. 2,500. When I issued the check, credit. Now, debit. Next, I issued to creditor 20,000 on 25th March, out of which checks were 3,000 were presented to bank by 31st. Oh, out of 20,000 checks more I issued to my creditor, only 3,000 were cleared. Remaining 17 didn't clear. So when I issued the check, what did I do? Credit. So what should I do now? Debit. When I issued the check, I credited 20,000. But बैंक में से डेबिट नहीं हुए अभी तक 3,000. So 3,000 ही डेबिट हुए. So remaining 17,000. See, read the language. 3,000 is pending or 3,000 got cleared? 3,000 got cleared. So only 17 didn't get cleared. So 17 when I issued bank account credit, now bank account debit. Check issued but not cleared. A check of 1,000 entered in the cash book but omitted to be bank. Okay. Check of 1,000 entered in the cash book. Means what we did, हमने बैंक को तो डेबिट कर दिया 1,000 से, but we didn't deposit it only in the bank. So now what we should do? Credit 1,000 rupees check. See, this problem is given only for you to get a grip on the language. Otherwise, you may be saying it's over repetition. So now you've understood the concept. You pay attention to the language of the question. Check of 1,000 entered in cash book. Bank account debit to party. But omitted to be banked. मतलब हमने बैंक में भेजना ही भूल गया. Entry तो कर दिए. Bank account debit to customer. But we have not deposited. So now we have to credit. This is a debit. So credit. So 1,000 rupees will come here on the credit side. Check entered in cash book, not deposited. Now, a check for 600 deposited into bank but omitted to be recorded in the cash book and was collected by the bank on 30th of March. 9 adjustments are there. Read it 3 times if you want. A check of 600 deposited in the bank. So we did bank account debit, but omitted to be recorded in the cash book and was collected also. ये तो उल्टा हो गया. I deposited the check in the bank. In my bank account, money is also credited. But in my books, I forgot to record the entry. Error of omission in my books. So can we correct it? Can I now debit it? Bank account debit, and it's already debit. So now more debit. Check deposited but not recorded. 600. Bills receivable 520 previously discounted with bank has been dishonored, but advice received late. Okay. So when bills receivable we discount, what is the entry we pass for the bills receivable discounting? 520. When we discount, what do? Bank account debit to bills receivable. I hope you all remember the entry. बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट डिस्काउंट अकाउंट डेबिट टू बिल्स रिसीवेबल, ऐसे एंट्री पास करते हैं ना. बैंक डिस्काउंट टू बिल्स रिसीवेबल. अब क्या करना है आपको? बिल्स रिसीव डिसऑनर हो गया तो बिल्स रिसीवेबल टू बैंक, राइट, और पार्टी कस्टमर टू बैंक. So bank account you should credit and it's a debit balance. So credit 520. Yes. Ask your doubt if you have any. 520 is clear. When you receive bills receivable, bank to bills receivable. So now reverse the entry, bills receivable or customer to bank. Yes. So 520 you should credit. Yes, along with the discount. Pura. Bills receivable dishonored. A bill for 10,000 was retired by bank under a rebate of 150. Again, retired is like discounted. But the full amount of bill was credited in the bank column in the cash book. Yes. Credit side में a bill of 10,000 was retired or paid by the bank. Okay. We have paid to some customer 10,000 under a rebate of 150. So money should go, listen, 10,000 I have paid someone after 150 rebate. Look here. So money should go as 9850, no? By mistake we credited bank account with the full amount 10,000. So bank is more credited. Now you debit. Debit means what you have to do? Add. How much amount? 150. What do I write? 150. Rebate on bill payment. Rebate on bill payment not recorded in cash book. कैश बुक में आपने रिबेट लिया ही नहीं, फुल 10,000 क्रेडिट कर दिया, whereas you should have credited only 9,850. So you credited extra to nullify that. Now you debit extra. ठीक है, right? Okay, next. A bill for 10,000 was retired by bank under a check. Sorry. I'm reading the same one. That is over. Let us go to the next adjustment. A check of 1080 credited in the passbook being dishonored is debited in the passbook on 1st April. There was no entry in the cash book, but dishonor of the check, about the dishonor of the check until 15th of April. This I want you all to answer. This is a superb googly. So, we are in the mindset of doing add and less. I want you to answer. Can anyone unmute and say this answer? बहुत अच्छा question है ये. This one. Check of 1080 credited in the passbook on 20th March, being dishonored, debited again in the passbook. There was no entry in the cash book about the dishonor of the check. वैसे भी dishonor happened on when? 1st of April. So passbook also dishonor effect they have given after April. So shall we give the dishonor effect? We have not given. I hope you all are getting. 1080 debited in the sum. Check of 1080 credited in the passbook, debited in the back. बात खत्म हो गई. अब dishonor हो गया. तो bank में it is debited on 1st April. So we did not credit it. So it's correct. Why we should credit now? We should credit it after 1st April only, na? Bank also debited after 1st April. So we should also credit after 1st April because it's dishonor. ठीक है? Right. So no entry will come for this. I want all of you to write good reason. I want you all to put some star mark. So when you do second revision, you should be clear. Okay, this adjustment is typical. In fact, this problem is only very nice. Because I also know that you have followed the deposit issued and all. You've given the answer correct for the previous class work. Now, only thing is, in this, you get a language command. So for this I entry, I'll make you write a note. And last one now, a check of 200 drawn on his saving deposit account has been shown as drawn on current account. So 200 rupees check is drawn on the saving account. But in our cash book, we have shown withdrawn from the cash book. So wrong credit we have given drawn. So now what we should do? Debit, because it's not this bank business account, it's a personal account. Check of 200 drawn in the saving account has wrongly been shown in the current account. So this account is wrongly credited. Now what you do? Debit it, 200, right? चलो इसको लिखेंगे अभी 200 rupees. Add check withdrawn in saving account wrongly credited. You have wrongly credited it here, whereas you should have credited in the saving account. So now you do debit to nullify the effect. That's all for this. Yeah. Please do pick up your calculators and do the totals. How much is the total of the add you all are getting? Yeah. I hope all of you are also doing the totals. And less. Balance we started as per cash book. Now balance क्या हो गया? हाँ. Balance answer will come as balance as per passbook is 50,000. Balance as per cash book is debit. Do add and less. Balance as per passbook. Easy. Take your time. Check the problem. When you issued the check, you credited, so now debit. Check deposited but not recorded, so now debit. Rebate on bill payment, wrong credit, 150 extra. Last one was also nice. Check issued from saving account, but by mistake you credited in your current account, so debit. When you deposited the check, debit, so now credit, so less 7,500 and all. So what is important is where you stand. I hope this makes it very clear. So one more problem I'll do, then I'll give you all homework and we can then check it. Yes. 7th problem we are doing right now. Yeah, ask me if you have any doubts. Ma'am, this entry, where you are standing, debit. गलती से क्या किया? Credit. अब क्या करो? Debit. This debit credit is not in books. It's only in the statement. In a paper we are doing this. Chalo. Let us read the 7th question now in class. Following particulars, prepare the bank reconciliation statement. Balance as per cash book is given 10,000. A check of 1,000 deposited, not recorded. So it's like error of omission. See, if there are some errors in our book, we need to rectify. So one way is not recorded, recorded. Wrong debited, credited. Wrong amount debited, then also rectify. Cash deposit was 200 was recorded in the cash book as if no bank column was there. So you should have debited the bank column. Check issued of 1250 recorded as 205. So the difference now you record it and so on. 9th problem for rectifying all the mistakes. Okay? So let us start with the 7th question now. See, if there are errors in our books, we need to rectify. Same, you can rectify in the BRS or tomorrow I will teach you adjusted cash book. तभी भी समझ में आ जाएगा. Reconciliation statement. Particulars, amount, and chalo, it's a very small problem, nice one. Bank balance as per cash book is given. So it's a beautiful normal debit balance, 10,000. Balance as per cash book. Bracket में debit balance. Sum add less. ठीक है? Just 2 minutes. Balance as per the cash book, 10,000, right? Okay, chalo, let us start. Started and putting answers in the chat. Good, good, good enthusiasm. Keep it up, keep it up. Check of 1,000 deposited, but not recorded in the cash book. So when I deposited the check, what I have to do? Debit the bank. I missed debiting. So now I should debit 1,000 rupees. Right? Check deposited but not cleared. Cash deposit of 200 was recorded in the cash book as if there is no bank column. Okay. So cash of 200 was recorded in the cash book as if there is no bank column. So what is the, sorry, I skipped one entry. Okay, no, correct. Arey, we missed writing a note also, no? Here we had to write a note for that 1080 entry. So I'll make you write after this now, remind me. Okay, read the second one. Cash deposit of 200 was recorded in the cash book as if there is no bank column. So when you deposit the cash in the bank, it's a contra entry. So bank account you have to debit, but they didn't debit the bank column only. So now if you debit the bank column, what you will do? Add 200. Cash deposited, not recorded. Cash deposited, not recorded. A check issued for 1250 was recorded as 205 in the cash column. ठीक है? So you have issued the check of 1250, but it was recorded as 205. That too in the cash column. So cash column में तो record करना ही नहीं था. So when you have issued the check, what you should do to bank? Credit. You have not credited. So now what do you do? Credit. How much? Check is issued for? It's not 1250, it's 250. There's a printing mistake. 1 second. Yeah. So you have issued a check of 250. So amount is also wrong and they entered in the cash column, whereas they should credit in the bank column. So bank में तो credit ही नहीं हुआ है, तो now you credit the correct amount. Check issued, not recorded. Check issued, not recorded. Now credited. Debit balance of 1500 as on previous day was brought forward as credit balance. So if there's a debit balance 1500, it will come on the debit side. You took it on the credit side. So now you debit it with double the amount. 3000. Error in carrying forward the totals. I want to repeat this. Debit balance ki jagah you took it as credit. So now you debit with 1500 to nullify wrong credit and one more debit because you didn't do. So error in cash carry forward the total. So now you write it on the debit side. Payment side of the cash book was undercast by 100. Payment side of the cash book, bank column was undercast. So now you credit it 100. Bank column, credit side, undercast. It's undercast by 100. So now you credit. Cash discount allowed 112 was recorded as 121 in the bank column. Cash discount allowed 112. Okay, some cash discount you have allowed was wrongly recorded 121 on the bank account. If you allow someone discount, the bank account you have credited. So now what you should do? Debit you should do. Check once a cash discount is allowed, 112 was recorded as 121 in the bank column. I hope you are getting. So it's a discount allowed. So you should have credited the cash column, but by mistake it is recorded in the bank column, that to credit side. So now what you should do? Debit 121. Cash discount wrongly credited in bank column. Galti se you have credited the bank column, whereas it should have been credited. If it is a discount allowed, it should credited in the discount allowed column. So now you should debit 121. A check of 500 received from data was recorded in the cash book, but not deposited in the bank. Oh, so you received the check, you deposited, but abhi tak actual deposit ke liye bheja hi nahi, only books mein you have done the entry. So now you credit it 500. Check recorded but not deposited in bank. But not deposited in bank. Bank में जमा नहीं किया आपने. An outgoing check of 300 was recorded twice in the cash book. Outgoing check of 300 credited twice. So now you debit once 300. Check credited twice. One credit is correct only. Another credit is extra. So you should debit now. So check credited twice. Now debit. I hope my explanation is all clear about this. Chalo, do the totals. and how much you are getting the balance as per the passbook. One three seven seven one. 13771 is the balance as per passbook. Easy. Last one is clear. I have recorded, means in the books I have done bank to customer, but I didn't deposit in the bank, तो clearing में तो जाएगा ही नहीं, so I should only credit it. Clear? Okay, that's all. We have done good number of problems and very quality problem we have done. I hope all your doubts are clear. Still, we are connected through WhatsApp. So you can ask me any doubt in WhatsApp. You can put the message. Take as homework 8 problem. It's the same problem. Again, errors are there. Errors of passbook, I'll take it next time. And then we can start with the reconciliations also tomorrow, for the adjusted cash book and all. This 8th problem is exactly similar. If there is a mistake in cash book, we have to rectify. Okay. If some checks are deposited, but out of that only few got cleared, remaining you have to enter in the passbook. Okay. So passbook and all the mistakes we will see in the next class. Homework for today's 8th problem. Cash book balance. Arya shows 8364 as balance at bank, but you find does not agree on scrutiny. Okay, cash book is good. 8364, nothing given, you take it as a debit balance. Everyone attending live class now should click the photo of your notebook and send me by tonight. Let me see how much you are following the class and you are able to do add less. जितने adjustment एक नहीं आया तो leave the space, but put your 100% effort and do this problem and send me your duration also. CA Foundation exam, it's very important to complete 3 hours में the whole paper, in which you have final accounts, you have to write journal entries with explanation for issue of shares, you have depreciation, lot of workings and like that. Consignment also, so many working notes are there. So like this, it is all tricky only, it will take time. So that's why I'm saying कि आपको 3 घंटे में अगर पेपर करना है तो आपने ये कितने ड्यूरेशन में किया, and you send me the answer. 8th problem. Okay, right. That's all for today's class, right? No doubts. Thank you so much then. Watch like this all the videos till the end from the beginning. Can we spare just 2 minutes to write the booster notes? क्योंकि आज second class है ना, तो आज अगर थोड़ा सा booster notes लिखोगे तो it will be very helpful to you. And in fact, I forgot to make you write the note for this problem also. Sorry. एक 2 minute class में pause लो. 5th problem. 5th नहीं, कौन सा था वो problem में जो 1080 के लिए note लिखना है ना? 6th problem. Yeah. Write down over here. Problem number 6th note. Yeah. In your routine notebook, first write down note. 1080 you had credited in the passbook. So cash book में भी debit किया था. Then it got dishonored. Is debited again. There were no entry in the cash book about the dishonor, because the dishonor happened. So why we should record? I hope you are getting. Check of rupees 1080 got dishonored. Check of 1080 got dishonored after 1st April. Hence, no entry recorded in cash book. Hence, no entry recorded in the cash book. And it's correct. And it's correct. Hence, no effect given above. Hence, no effect given above. See, 1080 check got dishonored after 1st April and bank may they have entered on 15th April. So I didn't enter it, so it's correct. Anyhow, the designer was after this time, no? So we are not going to record it here. And it's correct, so no effect is given. So this, last note is a beautiful opening. There are some entries in the exam जिसको ना add करोगे ना less करोगे. Correct है? चलो. We are maintaining a separate booster notebooks wherein for every chapter, like this was for rectification of errors, just notes we are writing, types of error, how to deal, and all that. So like this, let us continue now with the bank reconciliation statement. 5 minutes I'll take extra, just write down these booster notes. Bank reconciliation statement. It's just tallying bank account in cash book. It's just tallying the bank account in cash book with, it's just tallying the bank account in the cash book with passbook balance on a separate sheet. Write down all this. Practical knowledge is very important. It's just tallying the bank account in the cash book with the passbook balance on a separate sheet. Hence, BRS is not a part of books of accounts. BRS is not a part of books of accounts. Just on a separate piece of paper, you're trying to reconcile the bank account as per cash book with passbook balance. Okay? Reason of difference. Treatment क्या करना है वो तो बाद में देखेंगे. First, reason why there's a problem. Reason of difference are: number 1, timing difference. Timing difference. In timing difference, you have popular reason. Check deposited, but not cleared. Write down, write down. Is my speed fine? If you are not able to see the screen very clearly because my writing is not good, are you listening and writing? I'll wait. Timing difference. Check deposited, but not cleared. Second, check issued. Yeah, I'll scroll up, no problem. First point likho, I will dictate also. Write down. It is just tallying bank account in the cash book. It is just tallying bank account in the cash book with passbook balance. on a separate sheet. On a separate sheet. Hence, BRS. Hence, BRS is not a part of the books of accounts. It's not a part of the books of accounts. Reason of difference are. Reason of differences are. I know some of the points I have given in theory, but ये लिखने से mind में रहेगा. That वो book रहेगा, फिर गाड़ी की डिक्की में, फिर drawer में, फिर घर में. आपको दिमाग में लिखना है ना, तो लिखो. Check deposited but not cleared. Check issued. When I issued the check, I credited. But not presented for payment. Check issued but not presented for payment. So this is all about timing difference. Timing difference. This is one of the reasons. Second is errors in cash book or passbook. Some errors are there in the cash book. Error of omission or error of wrong account or wrong side. Instead of debiting bank, you have credited, or you have to debit bank with 205, you have debited 250. Any kind of errors, what you have studied. That is one of the reasons. And the very third reason is entries recorded only in passbook. Some entries are directly recorded only in the passbook, right? Direct payment, bank charges, direct deposit by customer, है ना? कस्टमर ने डायरेक्टली आपके अकाउंट में पैसे जमा कर दिए या डायरेक्ट पेमेंट हो गया, डायरेक्ट चार्जेस है, लाइक दैट. सो दीज आर द 3 reasons of difference. Your whole BRS problem, there may be like 13 entries in the exam. नहीं रहते 5 or 7 entries, but just I'm saying. But all the 13 entries will be covered in this Googlies only. Error in cash book, passbook. Some entries directly recorded only in passbook, or only recorded in the cash book. इसको फोर्थ कर दो. Entries recorded only in cash book. सिर्फ cash book में ही हुए हैं. This is overlapping here. This is overlapping here. You can put an arrow mark. Like when you deposited the check, you have made the entry here, bank to. पर या तो टाइमिंग डिफरेंस है या फिर आप बैंक में चेक भेजना ही भूल गए. You forgot to send the check in the bank. It's lying in your drawer. But just entry you have made, bank to customer. You have deposited the check in the entry wise cash book. So these are the types of the error. Now write down please. Cash book, this is like best friend you have to make. Cash book debit balance, put an arrow mark. Cash book debit balance, put an arrow mark. Favorable. Cash book debit balance is favorable. Cash book debit balance, favorable balance. Passbook credit balance, favorable. Same. Cash book debit balance, passbook credit balance, favorable. Now, cash book credit balance, unfavorable. It's also called as overdraft. Cash book, credit balance, unfavorable. Overdraft. Passbook, debit balance, unfavorable. Overdraft. Clear है? पासबुक डेबिट बैलेंस है तो अनफेवरेबल है, कैश बुक क्रेडिट बैलेंस है तो दिस लाइक नो नीड टू बर्टिफाई दिस, यू अंडरस्टैंड? कैश बुक डेबिट बैलेंस मींस पासबुक क्रेडिट बोथ आर फेवरेबल. कैश बुक क्रेडिट बैलेंस ओवरड्राफ्ट, passbook debit balance unfavorable. So if you are clear from where you are starting, you don't have to mug up ki this will always be added and this will be. Next you write down please. Points to remember. Points to remember. Entry not recorded, record. ये रेक्टिफिकेशन के लिए भी एप्लीकेबल. आपने बैंक अकाउंट में एंट्री पास नहीं की है, सो रिकॉर्ड. एंट्री नॉट रिकॉर्डेड, रिकॉर्ड. एंट्री wrongly recorded, rectify. Some entry if you have wrongly recorded, just rectify it. Entry wrongly recorded, rectify. Entry not recorded, record. Put a dash on. Entry not recorded, record now. ऐसे लिखो. एंट्री रॉन्गली रिकॉर्डेड, रेक्टिफाई करो उसको, अमाउंट गलत है. चेक डिपॉजिटेड, डेबिटेड, now credit. You know, one day before exam, if you just read the booster notes, you will have a good gist. And then the formats which I have given you in the printed material. Check deposited, debited, now credit, reverse. So if it is a debit balance, now credit, so now less. ऐसे these are the ways. Error है तो rectify करो, नहीं record किया तो record करो. If it is deposited and not debited, तैसे. Fourth very popular entry, check issued. Check issued, credited. Now debit. अब debit करो. Now debit, now add. ठीक है? All clear to all of you? Any more you feel you want booster notes? Let me know. Otherwise, right now I feel this is enough. Okay? Thank you so much. I hope you all have written. किसी का कोई point miss तो नहीं हो गया ना? Points to remember में you can add more. If it is debit, you want to debit, 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 add. ये भी एक लिख ही लो ना कभी भी. If debit balance, more debit, add, plus. If credit balance, more debit, now you want to debit, minus. अगर डेबिट बैलेंस है और डेबिट करना है तो डेबिट डेबिट ऐड. अगर क्रेडिट बैलेंस है फिर भी यू वांट टू डेबिट, सो लेस. आई होप दीज बूस्टर नोट्स आर हेल्पफुल टू यू while solving the homework question. That is problem number 8. Okay, right. That's all for today. We will start 9th problem also. If you want, you can do it. Then you check up the answer and see how confident you are in the next class. 9th problem is error in the passbook. If they have by mistake debited, I will credit. If they have by mistake credited, I will debit. That simple it is, but we are running short of time, so this one I left. So 8th and 9th problem preferably, if not 8 तो करके आना है ड्यूरेशन के साथ. Thank you so much. Bye bye all of you.